This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Well, 50 Cent responds to Floyd Mayweather slandering him on rap. What was it? Was it Drink Champs? And he was saying he doesn't know where the beef started. Well, we know where it started. It started when they started a boxing company together called TMT, and Floyd Mayweather backed out of a lot of obligations. 50 Cent lost about $2 million, he says, because Floyd Mayweather didn't stick to obligations, and that's where they fell out. And he knows that. He's just not talking about it anymore. And then they never were the same anymore. 50 trolled him for the next 10 years, or with 9 or 8 years, and they trolled each other. Now 50 Cent got on Hot 97, and he said they asked him about Floyd Mayweather, and he said, well, he has to fight because he's champ's running out of money. He fights, he spends his money for 2 or 3 years, couple $100 million, and then he has to fight again. Floyd Mayweather does live quite lavishly. I mean, he lives like a Saudi Arabian prince. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think he's running out of money. But I do see once you look at your bank account and you see you've gone through $50 million over the past 2 years, that would make someone nervous to make another $100 million or something. So he might be fighting Conor McGregor again. We'll see. These two just need to make up. We'll get to another story like this in a second. Gayle King reportedly accepts Snoop Dogg's apology. She doesn't always get it perfect, she says. She's sorry for her questions. As a journalist, it's sometimes challenging balance with my job, blah, blah, blah. Let's just put it this way. Snoop has a lot of obligations to big companies. Oprah made some phone calls. Snoop has a show with Martha Stewart. He was pressured to kind of pull back a little bit. And I don't blame him for doing that because his family, this is business too, And he said what he said. She got the pressure she deserved. And he pulled back because you don't want to lose, all your sponsors and everything. I don't blame him, And, Gayle, she should still apologize sincerely to Vanessa. Then we got Meek Mill. Now, Quentin Miller. So today's the 5-year anniversary. If you're reading this, it's too late. Quentin Miller, collaborated with Drake on a few of those songs. And Meek Mill exposed this in 2015 when he was mad at Drake. Now, Drake and Meek Mill are in love with each other. Let's be honest, okay? I like both of their music. I like Drake's music. I like Meek Mill's music. They have I'm not saying they're hot for each other. I'm saying they have the strongest bromance. It's spooky, okay? Let's be honest, okay? These guys, I'm not saying they hug each other or anything. I'm just saying they love each other. It's that kind of relationship where Meek Mill exposed Drake for not writing his music, and he talked about Quentin Miller, and he said, don't compare me to someone who doesn't write their own raps. He's mad because we found out. He really did a lot of damage to Drake. I mean, these are things you can't take back. And Drake took it back, and they're cool like nothing ever happened. When Meek Mill was really going out, he ain't tweet my album because we found out. Stop comparing me to Drake. He doesn't write his own raps. Then he said the whole game, no, they're scared to tell the truth. When you start going that deep off into it, and then you start involving Quentin Miller, who's someone starting to try to start their career, and they're tainted with this and not known for their talent. And let's be honest, the DJ Drama had a lot to do with this. He let Meek Mill know, okay? I mean, that's allegedly what happened, but I would I wouldn't doubt it, okay? And Meek Mill just went crazy, man, with it, And obviously Drake won that battle with Meek Mill, but this was heavy damage, and I'm sure Nicki had something to do with this behind it. She was dating Meek Mill. She has her own problems with Drake, obviously, and it seemed a little gaslighting was going on, but still, Meek Mill should have known better. I mean, Drake came through and gave you a lot of number ones. some of Meek Mill's biggest records are with Drake. Obviously not Intro, but the other ones, you know, I'm a Man or whatever, and then you got the Rico. That's the biggest song off that album, you know? Like, he needs that Drake golden sprinkle is nice. So this is what Quentin Miller had to say.
Yo, so, you know, a lot of people have been congratulating me and sending me messages and about the 5-year anniversary of If You're Reading This and And, you know, I look on socials and I see, like, producers and, you know, other people that were involved with the artists, and they get to talk about how proud they are, you know, and whatever involved, that get to just look at it. He's whatever project of my entire career, right? And that's pretty strange, but unfortunately, you know, I don't have the good memories about it that everybody has. You know, my good memories were all murdered, you know what I'm saying? Like, the day Meek Mandela, you know, y'all.
That is funny. Yo, pause right there. He said Meek Mandela. Ever since he came out of jail, he's the greatest guy in the world. Yeah, I agree. That is funny.
Y'all buying that, but since he came out of jail, like, he's whatever. The day he, you know, put my name out there, you know, and it just blew up my whole spot. And, you know, that's fucking up for me, bro. And it's so crazy because, man, it not only did it mess that up, but in the confusion of that, you know, me and DJ Drama and Cannon, like, that whole side, our ties were severed because it was just so much confusion, and everybody was trying to find out whose fault was it and this and that. Like, y'all just don't know what them phone calls was like. Y'all just don't know what them text messages was like. Like, y'all don't know what that pressure was like. It was a lot. It was hot. And that's one of the biggest things I regret was not that relationship with them, because in the end, Drake and Meek is best friends now. They watch basketball games and do shows together, you know? So it's just like, what that even for? What was all of that for? You know, like, all the stress that it caused, you know? And I know everybody else is able to move on because everybody else's careers was established. My career wasn't established. And I was looking at that. If you're reading this moment, you know, at the time when I did it, I'm coming not fresh off, you know, 3 years ago I was dropped, and not for my publishing deal, but I was dropped as an artist, and I'm working these jobs, I'm working Publix, I'm working Target, I'm working factories and warehouses, I'm working, you know, different temp agency gigs, and then If You're Reading This came, and it's like, my life is about to change, you know. And, you know, it's just crazy how the best moment of my life, you know, after a tweet turned into, like, one of the most stressful moments of my life, you know.
So, to be clear, what he's saying is he was dropped from a label, then 3 years later, the Drake opportunity came, and then it was ruined when the biggest, you know, album he was ever a part of dropped because of a tweet from Meek Mill.
So, you know, I envy all the other producers, artists, writers, whatever involved that get to just look at it in a good light, because it wasn't a good light for me. It was hell for me, you know. And 5 years later, you know, still trying to shake. It is what it is. Glad y'all enjoyed it.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Meek Mill and Drake owe this guy some bread. That was defamation of before you even had a public character. And I really feel for this guy, man, because, like, he seems like a genuine person. Meek Mill beat him up, man. And he didn't even press charges. So he's, you know, Meek Mill should give him some money just for that. Just for that, man. He ain't street, you know? Like, that's not cool, you know? That's not cool at all, man. So, yeah, Meek and Drake owe Quentin Miller something, bro. Feature, something. But, you know, they'll never give it to him. Because, you know, deep down, these people were nice up front. But deep down, they're not that great. I'm going to just be honest with you. Do I like Meek Mill and Drake as artists? Of course. I can separate most of the time artists and personality. But a lot of these people aren't that great. Okay? They're not that great people. They might do a thing here and there. You know, the cheat code of giving people things in a video and this and that, but that doesn't make them a great person. It's called the cheat code. Anyways, I hope Quentin gets what he deserves, you know. He seems like a good person, and they robbed him from an opportunity because Meek got in his feelings. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower, JT News.